this same man who rose up against the church, thinking that Ogu church in anymore, and he had the audacity to say, Onuneya president and Kobegu one man churches in Ghana, and that the same man, he had the church vote. Oh, Kasaya, you're careful. I am telling you, the only hope, may can in there, I can be the only hope of MPP, Bawumia. Sanya that man now, the party will lose more than 38%. The same man that rose up against the church, and Ghana is a Christian country, and this man rose up single-handedly against the church. Exp0se Nibosa, Onuna yes of Penyan Roman Methodist ni Pentecost Penebeka, and then the same man need the same people vote. One said in Ametia, may you be, I am not somebody that is afraid of the truth. I came with a word of caution. So be about passing for years of for here. General Mahondachi. Eli was a just man, a very sincere man. But ni mama ana suffer the any class where you say, suffer the any class where you say, suffer any power. Without the microphone, they are normal people. With the microphone, they are spirit. Obi onimi bi animi say, ninkura microphone, I cannot even talk. Minim say yekasa. But when I hold the microphone, anything I talk can happen. I came to tell you that you may not know what you are doing today, it will affect your future tomorrow. The same man that said you obey gun sorry and obey here are sorry from a vote. A two visa are sorry in yada. Yametomane egu Ghana and sorry. In as much as there are bad people and bad pastors, there are equally good pastors. Be very careful what you say today, because it can be used against you tomorrow. Some of us, we are not politicized, but when it comes to the work of God, when you attack the church, we will attack you. I came with a word of caution. If NPP wants to retain power, they must be very careful. I am not politicized, but I'm telling you, you cannot rise up against the church of God and survive. You can't.
Yeah, can as a party the nay, see, I had to say, and ye sikafo, and the year here for now, ye here for the party, no, I run your party, no, Mimika home, yeah, the other going to Dr. Bawumia, I hear for the other, no. Tam na ye pesika, ye MPP, no, and Nessica for no more, hey, as some of the person mechana, no. I am me will weigh me when I'm poor caddy dika. Yeah, Pesica 1990s now, and Sana Yeti a party now, Sicado, and the other a do point to the 2000 election 1999, near Nick Capreba. A member to see why you call baby, ever call Pesica, I mean, Yadia MPP, a buy party, Yadia, buy a winning machine, no, sad dependent, no, we had the day was Caro, no money baby, no one more capredim. Yadia yetu sakwa no monte say ye gya yadum wagada ha say ada ni pen bia ye din yes ye di biko but mo ye wasikafo mo hia wo a mo misa won say ansa na MPP ebe win first election no emma na mo discover do mo he enne bibia ebi mo afakwa bi so wo mo anya sika de chawo to mo di twayempoa let me can here for party no ho abronya party me ka ho Dr. Bawumia woka ho pay that wo twabrofobi okoshe mosa was say unfortunately some of us do not have the kind of money that is being splashed around just like the rest of you me to mo apio me ye note bi komo bi afada kasa oni says can be mo says can be no one the only delegate no omu ye ni says can be mo sika no monfa party no a member moja and the idea and I say aswakwafo and nezona medaso ni nyina no ye nyina no anyesi kasab wo ma sabri say ebi mo adibia yeye enti mo yensu yenkwa dibi ye dibi na busumu dibi o ma no sikadie nkwa na aba sika o ma mu sikadie nkwa na aba ne nan say ye kwaye election no Mobakaya, obi bibia wopenti ya brega na ha bre campaign na Dr. Bawumia campaign ya the half near the ka apacha amagana for no obi orunkuan bibia wopenti na ye wie ya ne be gina say oye kramoni if you want to be the president abodam say ye kan wagara ha ye kan se bo ha adase amodimatra mfie aduodu nan na munim sabe kramoni papa we mo hwe de ma na ya yi no na nsanne program bi okoye no abrochire ye ne abrofo de betra ya muhu na mo hwe me am se bete brofo na me tie papa brofo wote abrofo mu na economics they work kind of say inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un ya fa papa we am ya president wo Ghana ha ya be bro top.
As we prepare to go into the primaries, I am very, very concerned and troubled that some of our presidential aspirants have embarked on a religious and tribal bigotry and propaganda against me in a desperate attempt to win votes. They totally ignore all the data and findings about why we lost the 2024 elections and want to mislead the delegates and the party with such propaganda. The one such issue that has come up, and I think is important for all of us to know, is the Mamprosi-Kusasi conflict. An aspirant has said that delegates should not vote for me because I am a Mamprosi man, and that we will lose votes in the Kusasi areas and other areas. This is very unfortunate and demonstrates a complete lack of understanding of the situation on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, since 1965, there have been 11 elections in Ghana. Since 1965. And the performance of the MPP in the our tradition, in the 6 Boku zone seats, there are 6 seats in the Boku zone. If you look at it, the performance is as follows. In 1965, our tradition had 0 seats. At that time, I was only 2 years old. I had nothing to do with it. In 1969, we had 2 seats. In 1979, under Victor Usu's leadership, we had 0 seats. In 1996, we had 0 seats in that area. In 2000, we had 1 seat. In 2004, under President Ford, we had 0 seats. 2008, we had 1 seat. 2012, under President Akufo-Addo, we had 0 seats. 2016, we had 2 seats. 2020, we had 1 seat. And 2024, we went back to 0 seats. What all the data is saying is that out of the 6 seats in the MPP, out of the 6 seats, the 11 elections, MPP has 0 in 6 of the 11 elections. So this is not an area that is a stronghold of the MPP. In fact, we took the whole Boku zone, the 6 constituencies put together, we lost just 30,000 votes in 2024. So you can't look, it is not the Boku election that made us lose 2024. And we need to be very clear about that the data shows that the Boku factor was not a factor in the outcome of the 2024 elections, that we should stop.
Na enkobo bia ekoso MPP ye call election 2024 ye din enchu na utie fomu ankofo se yaya wo bone memi se mi se dante se enkofo ka se ya nye adwuma ni ye si yensi hospital se ya nye kwanyo se ya nye school se promise na do de ba ye no 1 is 1 factor je se wa nye o na nyina ye but ya me se wo ba bi ni kuroti ho na bema no esi abrosan ma oba no na watoka mienu aka no ho da bia so be so ya no ne kuna kofo jechi wo de wase yo e na wo kura toka ma mi nya aka mepe but there's more to sa ejapade no e na Dr. Bawumia ba bontin abepa chew say opegana for chew especially people for say through a commission or mission na maybe a year ya nye ye obi a yitia wo na so bia no fa che ye given them another opportunity no you will do better. And of be so much quapai. wo ya branch wo nam kroma ete sei
senior me da se so mama konya se men kakakra the mechanic say yakọ contest e normal nkoyi say na ni esi expected na mo me believe in consistency.
Okay.
Mami twa wadu nsi bibi so 2016 so be kaya na President Mahama Boni a waye nyina ye nyabotre de bonoko aduma Ghana fo etiase na Ghana fo dwoyo okopua betia no massive now MPP Babem 2017
yeah
and President Kufuor Adaro ma odi free SHS etu mu first year na inti ye the free SHS and they call 2020 contest 2020 campaign poni enya bibi nka nkyere Ghana fo mfa Mahama ho because ne de ne boni nyina abon
2016
e dia Babem 2024
including his incompetence.
Yes. 2024 afeni enya hwe nka mfa Mahama ho biem ye de Mahama ba obaba be say free SHS
gini fa osa na Ghana form
ya tiabre
ye de Mahama ba
menka bi mo akwese Gen Z fo unza Gen Z uka tense na rolling stream he ne edin rolling no ever no be
odim no kra
2024 afeni any message fa Mahama ho because Ghana fo aso ayehwe ne kra amamu de President Kufuor say governance nim president asebe producer obeche ne Ghana ha wo buman na emom no
sector by sector.
Yes na emom no enkofo bi sebe producer ebi ankoyi amabi ya party for
yeah
Inti 2024 ni namu de ne kafa Mahama ho ane se de Mahama baba ko baba se free SHS ne nya message bi anka mfa na obi Bawumia aye vice president NDC fo nya botre tagino sesebe Bawumia twantro e ma ne to Ghana ni bia
yeah enya the crash so
e na fortunately for them ya to aba Ghana fo ato aba e de ama NDC buman it is say ye present Bawumia bia ma me busa say de biem pa na say the boys in their courts omunya me enhwe say omoko feli which a possible ko ma sha say boboba na ye ko ninti na Ghana fo hu de
NDC for yeah
it is a present Bawumia bia ma me busa say de na NDC for be ka fa Bawumia ho ko mu de ne boni nyina sebe de o kan ya ankoye as expected ye de abono 2024 elections and a Ghana for ahwe no mato abama o say be buman say obu ti ye present Bawumia e de no mbe kan fa Bawumia ho bi nti me believe in consistency yem fa Bawumia nko me sere party for say be producer yentimi enforce obi se chinchina na mmom me gidi say de Bawumia kwa eno ma be koyi amaye and we competent e sebe and tro ne na da na NDC for nya abotre twa Ghana for ena eto mutrim ye present Bawumia me de madwemu no ye good ti me de ho na me wo
okay
me fancy obi anim se ho na me wo
that's fine it was for sentence ba for ene wo twam and was so chiaye
Menya lawyer inte men ka law asem men ko bail condition asem dey but me the me hu ne say we nyina e diversionary tactics a diversionary tactics to engage the minds of Ghanaians in these things and then move Ghanaians away from real issues na the NDC bar power. Look, real issues na the NDC bar power. Number 1 power 133.
yes
24-hour economy.
yes
Yeah, can say 9 months into their major policy here, omo promising Ghana what is the status of
I
the 24-hour economy? Apart from also Malanji a program a document. Document no na Eddie Jumabeba.
yes say o ma ye e da me no bi ka o so ma I start year juma and am say we hemfa on say adenta
Yes.
aviation road hormone no omo wo DVL bi office bi ho da na akufa no policies adan no and say omo ye eyi no adwano bi anwumre
Oh,
DVL ho na nipa wo ho ubekwa anwumre nipa be 6 no ya no ya if you are talking about solving the unemployment situation in Ghana nipa 6 no
public sector cannot solve unemployment
yo
ewo Ghana.
Yo.
Yeah, and say almost one ma to take Kanye Bosso.
ama welders
Welders in the ma be juma. Yeah, can say Kanye boy so. How are they going to private sector? How are they going to benefit from that? a year shift on best almost shift Ghana for adwin from the main issues I do on buy. 24-hour economy, of course, he's saying. As we speak, 24 in a major signature for a year or more bar power. Away. So they are shifting Ghanaians away. Say near my able on 24-hour economy. Let's put these arrests. Let's put these obnoxious your friends bail conditions so that to engage the minds of Ghanaians. And their cost President Akufo-Addo promises obey the major policy also obey. Free senior high school. September no.
August 2017.
Na ya many Kwame Safaka High School.
Aye. And now August. Yes, August 2017 so no. Na one district one factory. No, cut the sword. August.
And that
Mikobi.
So that was a major year first term. First year now start here. 24-hour economy. Say we ready. Unim say omuridi media budget media review budget or the buy there was nothing about it in terms of financial support to that area. If you women's banking 20 women's banking women's banking also 20 almost 51 million Ghana cedis. 51 million Ghana cedis in a former bank establish a bank or Ghana cedis. Me say one cedi oh man, yeah. Big push. $10 billion and also on the big push for the next 4 years. And now budget for 2025, you know, they almost to say $800 million. At that time, our money dollar no about 10 CD something net was 13. Say one cent and say year media encounter or say big push first year 14 billion.
Omo release.
Me say
it's just on paper.
Now one CD kura no release. These are the matters almost person Ghanaians back. So let's do these arrests. Let's put these bail conditions so that Ghanaians will be talking about and leave the matters there. That is what NDC government is doing. Another major issue I would NDC about power LGBT. Said ye LGBT na many penny speaker of parliament. Or as long as say we must pass that Emma civil society churches and we now demonstration na on LGBT and no almost so bar many well we are saying only DSTV for Queen
Minister for DSTV
or Queen
corporate affairs
also brand ambassador the first Mahama is sign a document no
LGBT
law anti-gay law also be signing no is they knew say oh yeah law na say 1 year one sign here now say another parliament bar
it dies with it.
It has to go back to parliament. He knew, but Okache Ghana for say Mahama we never or be sign that law no, and many Ghanaians bought into it because woman is a Ghana for the pesa LGBT no. Fortunately for them, almost super majority. They could have brought those same sponsors could have brought that bill. President Akufo and signing no. They could have brought it under certificate of agency could have met my Niama up to now. Speaker not now so did they Akufo-Addo almost every sitting beer about LGBT. Ayira. But what is painful, they say, more boy or so far more boy LGBT any chedi baby more boy up to now. Nobody is talking about LGBT.
President Mahama say if I can curriculum
so that is the situation on person Ghana for Beckham. That is the reason why they are bringing these bail conditions in obnoxious arrest or moyeno. Another one the only say if you look at the first 120 days social contract no almost signing. Emma any Ghanaians no almost say for the first 120 days no illegal mining in the na so
that's all. Many baby I send a message Juan who was so Adventist. Now so Saturday the Bichimo ya to the Suntudia. Juan radio as already ye. Na mention the Facebook and YouTube. It will ba ubitaba beshe. Why ukoba ubitaba beshe. Yeah, that was what Chamunina. What we?
Yes, man, the last one.
1 minute.
Last one. me dear me ya me see me lawyer, but the mean tears a crying for my in the class invitation the man former attorney general.
The man
on Japan. Me tears you. Ghana pa yetra sa a nonsense when you na koso.
Yeah.
This is a matter, substantive matter. No more buy a musu much.
Ye can elite party and a party nindie any philosophy, any rule of law, any democracy near the juma MPP enti se wako hihye juma na enne asofo na utu si omoso no etumi eba so omo no be ye juma ma say omeja preaching first service ye can about candidates, second service ye can about other nkrofo abesra then say nya sorry ena mesumahu nsofo a yaye researcher ye feel say omo dom ana omo influence I did research na omo so omo can research no just that ebinum decide say research no mo ka kan say a prophecy ni nyina ho enti adwuma no ye hihye ma na so obedi de didi hu ba men fa ntro ena men tanishin krofo me enra me ho me hu mpanimfo a ye frɛ me hu numbers ni bi wo ho a names ni bi wo me hu a na me ye ma hye me a ye frɛ oni pakro na o ye bail condition is a den o ye just because chairman able to me a secure Ashanti region adwuma no obetumi aye Ashanti region ma Bawumia wini wo no great enti from now to December no make life hellish for no mi hun krofo omo ka say the fact crash and artwork aba out so oko chairman no omo mpe na se umpe free party ni mo
say contest na ebe
free mo say baby a wo no you feel say baby a association na wa be join no it does not meet your needs and requirements in the free mo me can dey be say Ghana if you're a young man na who political ambitions so be a president before 40 no say o lifestyle any unoma senya o ye onoma no what a certain level be say what a certain equilibrium obia oye na dwuni so be president after 40 bian enko yima ensi
I know that I disagree with you.
Dabi, you didn't understand maybe.
Okay.
Opachre say so be say on even chieftaincy.
Yes.
If you are built to be a chief, from Connive, you are trained a certain way.
Exactly.
A certain lifestyle, a certain year, life be a live it until you reach that time already.
Yes.
You look at all the chiefs who have made, especially Ashantis, the golden stool. Now politics, if you want to be a politician, see about President Akufo-Addo, the lifestyle, time or started say or politics. To the extent they say time amount for a bungalow, he never went to a city.
Let me tell you, they made let's say me I disagree on man. Did you allow me?
You didn't even understand him.
How can you say I didn't understand him? What can 40 or you used to age, you know?
No, age, was it 40? If you have done things so bad from your age up to 40 years.
Forget to say
never was say because if you are a young guy up to 40 years,
maybe you saw no example. Oka say call director of communication. Again and for kan because lifestyle ni normal why exemplary life why no you correct. Na phobia why huhuja aye normal bebre na me be director of communication.
Then you was spoiling your life with be
how many years now the class are damage now why no
Mati me na me pay age
no age of what you say look say obi do 40 I say na say yes.
Life begins at 40.
Begins at 40 and yes and our life no who start you know what said if you say they will be referring you to we say after 40 no now you want to be president
but obo also any na dream say obepe member of parliament obepe president
yes nto obeya
me back me kan ho ne ba yi no onya na dream obetɛ di 47 50 years after one day when your president will be di
yes
but we share the lifestyle also na
correct
I don't have any problem
but who say who before 40 no
okay
say after 40 now so be president no I say who obi wa assist kura even 60 years
yes
one day born even at 60 or starting pen no because share the record the life one live any bibian papa correct. Some of and
they said
age doesn't really matter, but in terms of who could have bring money more yeah, bonny out the any near my na a best two sadness. Say why you're watching. I'm on for refer you back. Who you say now? Who you say dear born again. What's sakra? When you do that, and sometimes you say something, people refer you, but bonny or the no kakra that's what the move. That's why he's saying this is or he's doing this.
Yes.
So be very careful if you are looking for a position now. Live a life if you have that futuristic mind. Say live a life that is worthy of emulation. Say that you pesa the brain one. Now say yes.
Cook up a minute. Farah papa menko alampan.
So eno ne ade America. Mas America minim abrante bia o pesa o contest for MP. O catch ne papa say on forget. Because no a presenter otu mpanimfo bi si o mani so e wo party no a wagu o ho fi ne papa say and then correction na o ye no on kan hu say MPP omo ye record keepers dia wa ye no e ye more important than the wo ye say enti enya ade e befa enti se o pese wo ye no ma bia senia wo kra ho and mem I hear people say, let this person be this person, let this person be this person. But then we are holding back the person. No, live your life. But be sure, say you are living a life. Emfa or how any abene bebre we da wo pese wo ye bibi no.
Medas ebusafo di koka e na motele kan no amenkwa na mene menua Aaron esedu entwi.
Point I mean making is say Nyankopon that jealous God on share the powers of everyone knowing it all.
Yes.
Inti sophobia who impart and prophesy in part. It can be true say your prophecy would be consistent. Oh dear no Nyankopon who mobo through the spiritual realms for you to be seen. I have always maintained one thing say a software about politics more. I am very careful speaking around that subject.
Yeah.
Because obiane ne GD. Me say software being supporting MPP. I think I'm the only person in MPP and hame.
Me say hame
because sorry to aba. Me so na koto ma aba. Obompa me bompa nyame tie na fair enough. Me kwakosum nyame. Enti me wo I find it very difficult entering into a charismatic church because if you weigh a lot of people are omokwa sorry na Godon do na kwa sorry because of software.
Yes.
And I'm an orthodox person. To me ra sorry me tie software and listen to the message and compare it because yes Godon and ebo for ye mpena me machine. Bono na mpena me machine. Adan ya ese me kwa no pastor me me de nsase.
O de bobu
na de bia me ka chense me ye lawyer pe onyina yi
o aswa be obesi no
twa na bo so ka
but han mu ntwa to ma me fa nkoma le maame
onu anga so ni so de bia no to de bia o send this ka kofia ko em se maame to de bia wo ba be kire wa asemu kra no rule of law bi ani obo bi Christian na obun so na me papa to wa say ya o asi bibi cry nsi
say on bo bi on te
everything
yeah na mo bedru bebe
good me da o ma sepan nya me shiro but you see the reality is that osofo bi tima hye nkom obi abehye nkom godon ma men kai o 2016
yeah
me kai post bi bai yes John Mahama be win 2016
yeah
na post for front so aba say Kufuor be win and I remember this interview so much na Kufuor go file either say wa file or no small be there was this interview in Ebuta and they say now this post kase John Mahama be win host na say na host na repeat question was is it to me I say yes.
He meant the question.
Yes.
Was the question to him?
Just say no, yeah, I didn't say.
Obey answer.
So what did that? But
some more kind say the greatest pool is on the 7th of December.
Yes.
In 2024, we had a lot of pools.
Yes.
Bawumia be winning, Ebeko run off. Bawumia be winning, Ebeko run off. End of the day, it went to the point say the people of Ghana decided on the 24th, on the 7th day of December.
Yes.
31st January, MPP Benya new leader. Whether we like it or not, I don't think say election will be called runoff. It is quite clear. You be winning at once. Not in new leadership. But I'm only telling ourselves say agrona ye komuno. Ye nyina ye mebuno party ni here ni. I don't think say Dr. Bawumia or Pep Mampeni ana compre kwa na Dr. Brian Champon ana
Dr. Duchu
engineer
very place school placement man Dr. Duchu
second
engineer would wake up in the morning and want to destroy the party to the core say obewie kran there is no party. Me makase you can get the best driver when your best vehicle and a vehicle in good shape but let nobody in this party and in this country think say he can contribute to the destruction of this party. MPP rises to the occasion when it's even in tatters.
Yes,
we've all seen it.
Yes.
Medical catcher said the party Makana severally on this platform say your party you're facing difficulties pound. It's the longest serving political tradition. I didn't think the first person to have betrayed this political party is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. UGCC, Ufrim, or call UGCC and no matter the political outcomes UGCC had, it stayed. We moved ahead into Buzia, the UP party. Say a friend is chief editor Bekaya. Near a brand TV, a friend Joapia.
Yeah, Joapia.
Yes. Joapia can say Buzia and Timmy in any more political party. Later, joining Unigov. We even thrived in the UP. We moved ahead. In 79, but when the party came back on the 29th day of July 1992, we rose to the occasion. Yet two presidential election we cry a boycott and we held the NDC to ransom. You will chrome on your budget. Now you go for your contrary budget to it. You tell you say this is the real budget. This is the MPP we know.
What thing?
This is the MPP we know.
Yes.
And we are going to do that and with political power back. Again in 96 by 61 seats. 61 seats in the Quran. Yeah, core primaries. Okay, say 98. Papa. Oh.
Judge Mensa.
Catch on one contest by Before we need a look at how he led parliament in 99 and 2000 to win his power back. Ye nemuan ye de by 2007 2008 ye musa lanche matin ko midterms. Ofrimu Kofi kakra no buy. We still moved ahead. 2016 we won political power. 2024 Okofi. 2028 ade ba ko chief editor kan masa wudu meboa. O kan ya menene ya adwen say the MPP will win. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The MPP will win. And I remember there's one more bonnet rokan. We move on first major policy on the 10th for February 2025. Chief of Staff was to payment penny and the air jogging. O Yimebunedi. Yimebunedi is one got in
straight.
Tina omutifie na omuni problem omso okay yakọ ye ne yawo fo okwa akoye adwuma wo koko afuom se ne obeto koko prices him then it see me catch us okọ mikro mekuase chief ufre kuase a okọ tenchemso to chenchenku to asare krom to kote aboa to why ba kono de memo so
ene jobobo
Bonnie na Bonnie now parliament o
how go house of records omo boy
masa ye Bonnie wo be bo krom ni na
obi anso ma
wo say wo for kotia
nankasa no se me bo constituency ni
wo de bo communities
no do pankese adukrom blankrom oromra e bo form one electoral area who ya no abetie si mikro mekuase na kuase no pai fa ase a wo ko tenchem so chenchenku asari krum kote aboa hwa e mobo
it could be the pen
in nyansa for so
na ba ma de wabo oba de o le o
mesere mo ebu but senior the me person me catch on say adwuma pa o mo ye wo ho ye kua adwuma
yeah
and I speak with this with passion because me papa ya wentwi debra oye headmaster nyina no do kokwefu anani abre ne kokwefu na unim because ekuafo no predominantly no train season na ye ton koko no ansa na wenye ska kakra de ahye ne ho no so ni ska sa January February na unim de okọ krache ho na oka kire krache say krache mami koko bag ba ko bo anase ehun sika anase koko bag mienu hu sika na me fo mam me ho bra na me koko bra ba bag mienu na krache for no to de bi omuka se o eru hu sika kakra fa be him ebia ye we aban ebetum MPP time na edwumadi ameta di ba udi chima because udim say kufu ado de obetum and from 400 cedis or say to 3,100 who is not capable of doing that and here say we must say 7,000 am so 7,000 e dey 70 million omoboa omuntimi
emfa
but critically e bi ombetimi de be 900 account a good business yenye oh crachi the feeling wasn't coming because they were not ready to spend am say me de musica beto me baby Cratchy he went ahead and my loan ya knowing say the cocoa back na ba near 70 million or no ma 31 million e go for the price no enyam fa so nko a be almost 3,900
yes
Cratchy nko na we na mo na Cratchy na frame me was NDC for more da powerful papa because he go nya wo hu nyina 128 Ghana cedis
no crowd where the cost of value of the money
almost almost the biaka home almost 400 total no 400
I'm 400
in the cocoa bag never say 235 million
yes
now catch will be say o de 39 million ebe can dey now we now the move 4 million now we don't come on 9 million that powerful trophy now you see the sad reality there be a member catch us NDC for ABA whatever happened in their political party make of yes you doing and family but at the be happen with political party na be affect your governance na dey me back abeka when you have a chief of staff who is interested in propagating his presidential ambition na wunya chairman onu nso be free the normal way of dealing with the party to get on the street to say oko thank you to her a bit distracted chief of staff na so government officials so no so
pressure beba no
pressure ban so ade onye nipa then ubon say the country will suffer and this party ni keke na be suffer e no na ha me enti bra pani initial comment there o man ni mu there emu ayedin ba mesre party for obi professor Emasofo obi na oginidi a fa koye wadwuma o support Dr. Bawumia me when he your campaign man because probably he is the last presidential candidate into the stakes are high. O support a compare and they believe say ankoye ye da no no na betima ya make sure you campaign asofo no me patron mamu maye nkodi obi atem yesre mo omo so wabusuafo ye wo ye hia sa vote no ba ko mi say the 31st si na Bawumia wi ni a say sofo or professor otherwise no well how he will deal with it no e be na asem sofo nso ka Bawumia dey how he will deal with it no e be na asem but the position over here is that after 31st the MPP presidential candidate is going to win political power.
Alampa wo match ma won to me first case court 4 omo man no bail conditions no 3 sureties 2 to justify and then 15 million Ghana cedis landed property or the same person or called as court 1 you know see some man almost 3 sureties 1 to justify 10 million Ghana cedis court 4 say for the passport umra court 1 say for the passport umra passport use be 4 months the you for so age ato yes afedie travel ban e wono so all exits and entry point yen ko fa the din picture mo say man into kwan now you be yes me na work courtroom we a law student you can't build conditions near the idea rationale behind build condition at the same
we young for me that sepa
me pacho ma me hwe say menya lawyer wa hwan so ana we wi ana wo so de kakra atwa so lawyer Kwame Adofo lawyer we de taw ene ma mienu ne bedi e ho nkomo menim se wani abo petition na the bakon e call for the removal of the chief acting chief justice no menim se wahu a obeka wahu a obeta ka ho asem kakra aha woni obetima ka ho asem kakra ena ye ka bibia fa bail conditions a ye de ema empanifo bi se chema wontumi die asem ba akopɛ your man no 3 sureties to 2 to justify 50 million Ghana cedis landed property. The same issue now, you used to defend still illegal mining. Yes, another 3 sureties, 1 to justify 10 million Ghana cedis. It's nipa back pay 6 sureties, 3 to justify 50 plus 10, 25 million Ghana cedis landed property. Yes, I money yet day. Me patrol. Let me busa law student with the wire lawyer. Me busa say bail conditions, motivation behind bail conditions, and anything.
I'm sure help on bail condition. Because the bail, anything. And they say about quite be at the abono. You should say, either so beba, I be defending home, and not so me defending home. And I want to get and the other condition, and you can say, okay, you see the pay a nipa. Nipa will come nipa, your money bill, or beba, not so on by. It's another hen say, nipa will come nipa, henna is usually why here on by. If you say, Unima, when you be or should any baby tea. The baby Saturday. Oh, yeah, money bill. Woman bill, I know about because call him a crowd who know it be a nomadic. No, our street is normative, only address. Only family ties. You pass Sano. Oh, certainly bail condition has also certainly very high because we're a risk. So we got to pay it. And I was sure. That's all before forces with you. Or why Juma, where you'll be known in the community, where you're very high profile, where you're hitting Udia Kunya. Give us who is a very unlikely so Jano Bidani. And give us a root woman or not self recognized bill, so not uncle. Nemo no, so better high. Bill, a year so high will be a woman's own money. So I'll be defending on the now I say, what's the denial on your conodipo? A Jew punishment. That is where you make a mistake. Because bail no is never intended to be punishment. A country of mobile bail is not meant to be punishment. Because all punishment we and now my condition is so hard say it means they will deny the bail. It is a no did the man. How do you compensate the person or punishment on it? It is always wrong to set a very high and ridiculous bail conditions. We need to see panel. And you're likely to obey me because the person to put the panel with you. If you're not a bail, no, it's a more a bail, no.
Bill can see be basanwa na a court and a massa condition na. Is there a way of curing that thing? Say be our friend back on to be satisfied. Chairman, the woman bill the Tuesday, but I don't know your combust on a crab breast, a general area, and when you're the family. Imagine second went to me and ya, a can no sad the water Yamba next week. As an hour to me, dear, I could appellate body, I could say be a condition of the man and to be satisfied. What's the court in Tiswana?
Normally, the bill, no. From 30 court and did now bail and as you are making conditions very higher. What me call high court? I could repeat it. Same bill, no application of home. And my high court, just amount. Then we say, where high court to be? It's a water court back to high court for variation. The court will vary conditions amount. They're so high, and now they are waiting to meet. Conditions which is for justification, bra. Corporate public servants, Momra, 25 million bill. Conditions. If you are how many people know at the Padia, maybe 25 million Ghana cedis. The general arrange or come back to high court. Now, say, on vary those bill conditions, amount. And pay people, yeah, high court, it to be considered every amount.
But that's it. If a young quay, acting Chief Justice, Justice Bafo Bonnie, a brand to be the petitioner, comma president, to say, Yenchana boss on that because we can't see be a brand NDC for law, association for me call no catch almost say, or as one the edge of Moquine say, Monfa Uncle you say, Namoko Fako you say, dear, Mosabe Candia Mopeno. As some said the best between him, Tico Fortune asked him, dear. wanka ne ye enti wa compromise ne ho enti president enhwe na want committee na omunyi na di minim se watima hwe petition ni bia any opinion on it uwi a now me call former chief justice just talk no so no ne de no so far no and matters arousing
mame fa petition na o matro no petition na oni akrono troye no oni akrono a very interesting argument about the petition but say asema ya file wo court na pende wo court na wo chief justice ana acting chief justice una be set panel obedi ka asem na wo acting chief justice what you to anu tio say aka sembia efa asema pende hono a breaches the code of conduct of the judiciary, especially the chief justice. Only according to Norca. Interesting in the sense that I'm imagining also say chief justice comments no material can have effect on it. So here simply judges are almost converted now. One in particular it comes to mind. Sophia Akufu. Sophia Akufu converted no. As CJ, you have a question. Be and the prompt saying that it's subdued to say that matter is still pending. And if it's a matter is pending, then you are not supposed to make a commentary on it. If you can say that matter is pending and therefore I'm not commenting on it. When the acting chief justice, I don't know, sir, he was aware that that matter was pending. If you tell me, because that question, let me say, no. When you want to say, the judiciary is not concerned whether the person is from Ghana, and so on. All they concerned about that you have a lawyer. That in itself was a problem because there's a matter to determine before the Supreme Court. The acting chief justice on the Korea the better panel, and it's a failure. And then let me say acting chief justice or commenting on it in public. If you only a corner ask about the Korea. We will be no. So to me, I can want to see. Let's say, on one never set panel. Panel, no, is he going to be able to set a panel? Omonya buyer, and it is a Sadia, and that is the cause for him to be, according to the petitioner, for him to be removed. And that is what is happening. Then what will happen in the sense that it is indeed the case. There will be petition and Article 146. President Mahama and Exp0se deny whether there is a crime offensive case for the chief justice to answer. At this stage, there's no chief justice, but there's acting chief justice. It is not a chief justice. It means that still you have all the powers of the chief justice. It means that the panel. It means the key administrative decisions. As if you are the chief justice. It means that President Mahama also consider not to deny whether petition containing crime offensive case or not.
All right, na former Attorney General so and Richard Jakpa actually boss in the court last week. I think say Edwardan na call CID headquarters near Koyano na former Attorney General was there about 17 lawyers abba said almost omobabi jano say omunia penny no more about bijano sasem no enra me hu baby say Justice Joni Kulendi is to face the CID or BB Sabin so what ma monitor e ho te say
let me say Ojure Richard Jakpa ayi petition o da come CID na Ojure ho a teacher so kaka as say what say tape bi ho asem na ono di nkomo Papa Attorney General new di nkomo in a way say no person compromise the trial of Exp0se na Oma Exp0se ho say no ba be that's the crew Emma Exp0se ho say no we ma atana na pon be jam no also that tape almost for some that tape became part of the court case na Japani atoport APCO High Court. I'm a High Court with tape no. But tape no see deny. Oh, it means that High Court not decided on it already. The High Court has decided on it already there. And you like to say, police doesn't have any jurisdiction to entertain that matter that has already been to court already. Unfortunately, no. Here, you know, I'm saying they felt and so they have to go through the process. But of course, if they go through the process, this is what I've been asking myself. We are, and then what happened? I'm going to try to work with that case. Court, in a case which has already been to court. Because once it's already been to court and the judge has decided on it, you cannot send it back to court again. And they say, no, CID, all this process, procedure, now we who, what, at what, or to what end? Who we are, over the court and also this court. And I said, it's in jail, this is a court in the jail. Court is also asking us to issue that that's denied. Yes, then what is the process? It's all like a waste of everybody's time. Now, there's another petition. Another petition is against British Japan. I mean, a certain Supreme Court judge. The Aberdeen Supreme now. And also CI before. That's all more investigation. But this is my interview. The petitioner already. Material say almost free. All other people who are only connected to the case. And as maybe I know but to tell you, I hope some say that's the way in the end, and then they don't go see. But I say, anything, and it's a CID, so be a committee offense. And so I come back to Attorney General. Now, Attorney General, for the court. Now, are you saying, say, this current Attorney General, Dominic Ayeni, over here, and you could go to the British Japan could not court. It is so exercise is a waste of everybody's time. So what is the record?
Metiase lawyer.
There's no way that Dominic Ayeni, Eddie Japan, or any other body connected to the court. Because one, he's already conflicted. Or acted as Japan lawyer before. There's no way to go to Japan or the court. All this process here, they could see for as long as this Attorney General is, that is dead on arrival.
Interesting times ahead. Lawyer, your last one. Former controller, no former auditor general, Yao Domelevu, Abeka Simbina say, I was saying he was part of the committee. No, now Abeka Simbina say, I'm former Chief Justice Lawyer Krempo, the venerable Ayuku, appeared before the committee. No, what the fake appointment letter be from as a judicial secretary on a buyer, and so impliedly, no, to say Chief Justice, no. And your president who follow upon appointing rather no a judicial service for and a man appointment letter. But your minimum says what here, the implication is
Master, Domlevo Assembly. Never people are coming with your time or Domlevo go home. And it's saying Domlevo is one of the people with sour grapes against the Chief Justice already from day one. It's already an car home to make sure that they can make a case very easy against the Chief Justice. The funny thing is, on them level, cover or two committee in the Soprano. John Mahama, person in the Juma money, was our appointing us on Yoko board. So, be a person objective and fair, a working. Why, as you might have an appointment for. The man appointment for how? The only reason why I'm making appointment, man, not appointment, say, obviously, any conflicting mamma. It's the most say, my lawyers for the former Chief Justice representative take appointment letter. Now, appointment letter, no, one of them. After the more appointment as a judge, you have to be warrant. Only the president issues the warrant. That is your appointment letter. So, what is John Levo talking about? So, Obi fake appointment letter signed by a subordinate. Now, subordinate don't appoint Chief Justice. They say, acting CJ, Ebeko, parliament, you confirm we are. At the end of the money, a warrant, which is signed by the president. That is the appointment letter. So what is the Domlevo talking about? Please let's not waste time on political people who are hiding and say they are. Domlevo problem, they say. What you can't so uncle leave. What just here? What they CB before the case the court. No delay case na buy or the nice a victory, empty victory. And then any. So what this? I'm not saying it's appointed the Domlevo. You're pointing in circumstances. It should never have been done. A government that you are nearly gone. No one will be able to show quickly. So that's it. The one was suspect from day one. Let's not waste our time. So no can say so much is that is presenting fake appointment letter. What does that mean? Is it saying the former chief justice was not appointed by was not appointed by the president, did not go to confirmation, was confirmed? Is that what the Domlevo is saying? That cruise no more protectable. That done and couldn't.
Alapai, young quay.
Now, Ubusam say a day in the bill. Say police in chill. No person that will court. And I say, watch your bill. A legal order. And I say, and ye may be a woody siege. And I say, wait ye, but midi one dance ye say, a branty we obeba. Munyano, no mra a brebi a mashe say omra any baby kwa mopesu pie. So it can be the court and our police station. And in a bill, no, emugu ahodo. Ye will police inquiry bill. The police for natural one casabit with the amount. Ye will bill pending trial. Say ye do what could do court, no, as a court, normal bills. Said ye do a seminar air cost. And a last one, ye bill pending appeal. Bill pending appeal, they say, a seminar ye dear Ukraine, ye do wakotum. But opesa wa appeal. Now, what appeal, no, Ujidi say. About some 3 circumstances, we did say one. Was no court to be to imagine us work as well, same way, dear. You happy na quote unquote percentage and our ratio, Gina say, will be to maybe near seminar was so into Yenya or never tenefi. It be one way, whom you see, be you a free prison. Now, when no lawyer ni etima confer, etima casuma be. And a be one so a seminar crana who appeal no. Yan hweni ama obela one way at time obe we appeal no was every jail sentence every nti no na ya the conditions na be yi a ye ka ho asem na mra ebo echirimidi say lawyer boss so section 96 of the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act 1960 at 30 nti at 30 in section 96 na ka ho asem ade ba ko a section 96 ka ho asem ye me de pa no se be wo hui eni hu kwan se ye hyehye ede ye etwi obiaso. You see, because law no answer say at this point no all punish you be with bail conditions into abeye the abuse.
Yeah.
Na ade ba ko ye me fe pa wa NDC aban ho. That is the critical thing they do. Ucha price and they say boom yoko. Ucha price and they say boom special prosecutor. We dan wa unu ya Paul Adomochiri. Okoho or say me landed property.
Forms of failure. Hey.
You see, you do this. Yes, you do this, and this civil society organizations will be a yedin. Obia on kasa who be a metro needing to. Menkasi pudunshe. Obi busa me dano saying Chief Justice ye ne di yapamon or MPP abrasui, NDC abrasui, MPP for ba. Almost on bepamu Chief Justice and Asemba kwa mekachi ni panese. Sebe, mi swenyi na no. Ami hu. Me maame na me papa na me hu awarefo no se okunu epeso na na yire da na dwoa sebe onka nkyere na wia
na se de omoka
oh so peso na da typical aware typical traditional
o ko say na de okay you are
typical traditional
it's what qualifying
onka adia na dwo na wa she leggings bi no
yeah to us ai
aje se sebe abra udu anadwo na ohwe dem na ohwe na yiri chim ne pa ena obehu ena
awdu o wudi pay ye jeje na anyi o
ma say wudu mimi so o mesre o
worry
under 30
o de ekoso
under 30
oso wa
na ade ba ku bi nso
wa adwen kese ekoso
na that's it ade ba ku
he's not but because he's not being trained by a lawyer bafu ewu
na na je ba no me body dia na ma so
it's almost say
solid guy
we one day me coffee shop na
me my main casem
okay
January okay
sentence way
me imagine say law way mode high
wa kwa yo ho
me kwa bi
obenda be January
me be start a program bi
okay
na law way nyame boa me so me bi
okay
omode ye law way omode ye
obey by force
and I'm inspired by some lawyers.
Okay.
Ma ko na boy.
Na je ba fu ewu.
Mo na metio mo na so mo kasa.
Oh, fantastic lawyer.
Na me say.
O ma de edimunyam ba ho. But lawyer for na akokọ kra ku no ko ntimi defend wo je. Ya na o ma na ye yi.
Something which is the person who kind law so your YouTube platform be a friend of the law lab. Wo de nya botrem ya me platform. E church law from constitutional law. E chiremu atra ware. Wonim so show bi boss wo be ware no. Na wa ni so a etiamra. It damages. Your friend a breach of promise to marry. Mr. Gordon,
girl, be say esa me de court.
Why worry chi?
Me still na me kwa jiniska. Na kwa jiniska.
Gordon.
I check, but me kwa jiniska.
But there was statute of limitation.
Any I me.
About 3 years I was.
And the 20 years in the trouble.
Gordon, me pa say busa me say nti MPP ba power mbe pa mo chief justice wo ho. Me man say be ba ko na me say aka kire ni say mumu
also da ya
efenitrim a last a bear me the man me papa the man or say he who swallows coconut whole has complete trust of his anus. Wow, but
how you way there met you Elizato hopper
so what time kubeba now the show numa
and means that you
what did you wo baby
MP what did the is point hono
it Mummy enya to me answer. Mummy enya to me answer. But you see, the critical point is say no CSO in this country, no penny bia ye hu so ye civil rights advocate. Ye mo Martin Pebu abaso, waboso. On that part were easy, but enye enough. Said ya obey the day about MPP ni should ram it home because also bail conditions then na nyame amfa nyame ompa de bone ya kofa sentence ba for e ma ne be ye yoko boss e bia no de obeka so hia no wadaka no de bubu ye no
want de obeka ye
o se say
ono hwe se wo onim se wo ma mewu so obeka se kofa o ma me bra na o magina
ai o ma me pe no aka
onim se o ma mewu ma kofa no
send obet ma kofa ma me for na pe obey die ni so eno ye justify
that be say what fill forms abo ma me din enti kofa ma me the bra na anyway.
Well, that what we are driving home, they said the bail conditions are very harsh.
Yeah.
Na akoye wuntu mi akoye MPP for ntinipa bebra yedi. You see, Ghana has say ni du baby na yempewa anase ade eye obi ehi no pensesa. Ensesa na aba na kura enye no nti o de be hye no ho because akoye so ba so ompe obi. We ka kire o say eh o kasa ide o de nya abotre me ko to fridge ma ba me frɛ o back. All these things oba konya boy bi kura
wo so kasa ase bi yes oba bi tibi wo fero ka say o the me the ro kan sa say obi
nkofo kan
ese wo mpe want to say okoto fridge maba o 40 minutes more my
bia na wo kura no ne te no de bia no man 100 cedis wakonya boy foforo mpe wo no boy ne man 40 cedis o de amemene mfe beji 40 na man akwa akiri Ghana fo enu bi no de to ye MPP yempe wuntumi yempe Bawumia yempe we MPP fo ye bi eno ma ya ne akotena fie bia mu peni
all right
emrem no say court make a pronouncement
on a particular
you can't raise it again. Emremu your friend res judicata.
Yes.
It was established in a case your friend in resuctions 2. In resuctions 2. Emrana say 1. Say court no. Court in a competent court of jurisdiction.
Yes.
Now waka semno ebua semno there is a determination. You cannot raise it again. And semno so high court eka semno ebua semno. So why do you even raise it again?
And no na me dawasepa. That's I'll just go there straight. Onim say as some issues are they call a CID, those issues were raised in court. And my judge, these were my main reading just a bit of what the judge said. What he put okay. Just a minute. I call ruling. On say Dami Kase said and said the matters were already determined in court.
So res judicata.
Exactly. So there was no he said I be inviting on this so the matters. So the judge, you know, he cited, damage cited, only saw throw a comma CID on these matters. And also cited pages 24, 31, and 32 of the High Court ruling, delivered on June 6, 2024, by Josephia Sewa Asaribochi.
Okay.
And this is what the judge said. After listening to the conversation between A3 and A1, the issue of whether the Attorney General actually told A3 to implicate A1 is not borne out of evidence. The declaration that A3 was innocent and going through ordeal was not made by Attorney General. Uti A3 the Japao.
Yeah.
And A1 current
Attorney General.
No, current Minister for Finance.
Okay, yeah, so we case at the force.
Okay. Then the declaration that A3 was innocent and going through ordeal was not made by the Attorney General, but was made by A3 on one. To which the Attorney General responded at minutes 10:20 a.m. I am not asking you to help me.
Yes.
He added that the court further concluded, after listening to the recording, there is no actual evidence that the Attorney General as the prosecutor has behaved in such an egregious manner that the first accused applicants or stroke applicants' right to fair trial is in jeopardy. When Yana has been pronounced on, and yet you get up today, say the guy now here dismissing the case, the allegations were caught. You know, these are the basis on which we are inviting the CID. What country are we living in?
Anyway,
is it not the animal farm a country?
As it said, one on such a judge the kind. The judge say, "Can I say, Penna will be who is no to be